give us a couple of minutes. We'll be exposing the slides just now. Perfect. So again, welcome everyone. Very happy to see some familiar faces from the chat. We're here live from Paris. My name is Angelo. I'll be your host today for this session of Smart Cities. I'm here. I joined last year at Impulse as a strategy innovation analyst. So let's maybe move on first to the agenda of today. So we're happy to have two guests, one from Titan Cement Group and one from the city of Madrid, who's going to present first. And then we'll have the pitch of the 4 startups just after that. So again, welcome. All right, so let's just maybe start with a quick words about our global construction tech program and Impulse partners in general. So we're started in the construction industry where we wanted to really innovate this sector. So our main goal is really to speed up innovation in the construction, and then we extend it to other industries such as real estate, energy, infrastructure, and basically just trying to bring all the key players together on this kind of sectors on a global scale. So to do so, we have developed an ecosystem with startups who are ready to answer let's say the problematics of big corporations. So as you can see, I mean, we're pretty extended over the globe with partners from Saudi Arabia, for example, for the global contact, for the energy. We have housing also in the UK. So we're pretty much all across the world. Maybe also I'll give you some accelerator program examples that we've done in the past. Really focusing on accelerator program and fostering innovation to that kind of corporates. So first of all, we had CRH Ventures. So the focus for them was to find water solutions that include stormwater, wastewater, and potable water solution. So for that, they came up to us, and we were able to find and source over 500 solutions worldwide. Among them, 110 applied to the program, and then 6 were selected to have a pilot project with them in North America and Europe. With EllisDon, for instance, as well, the challenge were a bit different. We had them, map all the trends that exist on the construction job site in digital construction. So 100 applied, 8 were selected, and again, 3 entered discussion with EllisDon to have a pilot project. And finally, the Barton Malow also accelerator program. So here the challenges were more specific. They were looking for niche solutions, such as feasibility analysis scannings and all those kind of mapping underground utilities. So for that, we as well identified 30 solutions, 25 applied, and then 8 solutions were selected, and we're currently operating their pilot project with them. So it's really exciting to see those big corporations trying to innovate, and us finding this right solution and connecting them to have a brighter future. So just here an example of our startup ecosystem. Apologies, yeah. So this is our startup ecosystem as a whole. We have over 3,000 startups, and again we have initiated 200 pilot projects with our startups, with corporates that are partnered with us, and yeah, you can see, I mean, we have a pretty big database where we can source our solution based on their tech, so their tech technologies, AI, cloud computing, IoT, and so on. And we are able to really find them quickly, and having them even in an immersive model where we're able to work and find, let's say, the startups quite easily. So this is just an overview of our global contact program team. So again, I'm here, Angelo. Again, nice to meet you all. All right. So coming up today, we'll have, so first we'll hear from a presentation from Leonidas Kanelopoulos. So he's the Chief Sustainability and Innovation Officer at Titan Cement Group. And then we'll have David Garcia Nunez, the President at Madrid World Capital Construction, who's going to present as well. And then we'll have our first startup. So we'll hear first from Omri, the Innovation Program Manager at Coniata. We'll have Eric, the CEO of Solar Gaps, who will present their companies and activities. We'll also hear the presentation of Joe Scallon, who's gonna be also showcasing the activity of Scanalytics. And finally, we'll have Baruch, the co-founder and CEO of FraudSense, who's gonna present. And again, at the end of each presentation, we'll have some, quick Q&A session where you can, it's open for discussion, where you can also, this is the time where you can ask your question to the startups, and also the startups, showcasing their solution. And I'll also invite you to, mute all your microphones so we can have a smooth sessions across the whole hour. So thank you. And first, so the floor is yours, Leonidas. If you're willing to share your screen to present us, it would be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelo. Let me see if my technological skills will work here.
Yes, perfect. We can see it.
You can see it?
Yes.
Good. So it's full screen, I assume. Yes. I'll start by giving a quick introduction of Titan Cement Group for those who don't know us, and then I will deep dive a little bit more on our CVC efforts and our general innovation efforts. So Titan is by no means a startup. We are certainly, so sorry, there's some problem with the slides. Let me see. Should be some kind of, anyway, okay. So we're by no means a startup. As I was saying, we were founded in 1902, over 120 years ago in Athens, Greece. We've evolved a lot since then, and today we are based in Brussels and listed on Euronext. We are serving customers in 25 markets through 240 operating sites and with a highly engaged workforce of over 5,000 people. And we believe that we are among the leaders in the sector in terms of our ESG efforts, at least based on our ratings and general results. In terms of our footprint, the US is by far our biggest market. We're mostly on the East Coast, but we also have a strong presence in Europe, primarily Southeastern Europe, and certain peripheral positions in Turkey, Egypt, and Brazil. Now, earlier this year, earlier in 2023, actually, not this year, we presented our new strategy for the group during our investor day, which is founded on 3 pillars. The first one is focusing on our positions where we have the strongest growth in the US and Europe, and leveraging our brand in these areas. The second has to do with doubling down on green products and decarbonization, and the third on applying and rolling out digital and new technologies, all of which is based on fast-paced strategy execution and the local performance-driven operating model. Now, I'll give you a few more words on each one of those, starting with growing our presence in our key markets. We're trying to offer specialty and integrated offerings for both the residential and the infrastructure segment. We're also upgrading our logistics capabilities to be able to deliver more product, but also greener products to our customers. And our goal is not to sort of have a commodity offering, but more high value-added specialized offerings across various segments for a variety of customers. In terms of decarbonization, which I mentioned is a very high priority in our group, we are trying to double down on the green products in our portfolio by 2026. Last year, we had two key successes. One was that we secured long-term pozzolan reserves, high-quality reserves in Greece, right on the sea, over 100 million tons, and this will enable us to roll out new green products to the market. And we also secured funding of 234 million euros by the EU Innovation Fund for what we believe will be the largest carbon capture project in the sector in Europe. We have a strong commitment, as I said, to deliver net zero concrete by 2050 to our customers, and we have a roadmap for decarbonization, which is aligned with the 1.5-degree scenario and has science-based targets. In terms of innovation and digitalization, we're always testing for new green cement solutions. We have digitalized end-to-end our 2 major plants in the United States, and are rolling out these solutions across the group. Now we're also investing more in logistics and customer-facing applications. We're always trying out new building technologies, especially with 3D printing. We created the first 3D printer made in Greece last year. And we've always been very open to partner with startups and academia, an effort which we are trying to make a bit more systematic now through our venture capital fund. I'll skip this. So focusing now on our innovation efforts, we are trying to innovate across 3 megatrends, which we believe are transforming the way we build. The first one is novel construction methods and technologies. This has to do with everything, again, from digital technologies and construction all the way to prefabricated and modular components, 3D printing, etc. The second big pillar is sustainable and circular solutions, everything from carbon capture to green hydrogen to renewable energy and storage to materials recycling. And finally, the third pillar of essentially new materials. We're always looking to create new low carbon cements and concretes. Activation of cementitious materials is a big area of focus, novel admixtures and the sort. Now we are doing all this through internal R&D. We have 2 R&D hubs, one in Miami and one in Athens. But we realize that not everything can be invented internally, especially in a world that is changing at this speed. Which is the reason why we launched our venture capital fund last year. The idea is to invest about 40 million euro over the next 3 to 4 years in promising early stage construction tech and green tech startups. These are some examples of our early investments. We've invested in Rondo Energy, which is an innovative heat battery technology. Matrix, which offers coastal resilience solutions in combination with 3D printing, especially in the areas where we operate in the US. And carbon upcycling, which is about activation of cementitious materials through CO2. Again, a very innovative technology and very promising one. We've also got an LP position in Zakua Ventures. Zakua has really helped us in our early steps as we learn more about how to do things in venture capital, and they've provided also a great source of deal flow for us. The idea is we do not want to be passive investors. We want to help accelerate the growth of the startups where we invest in. So there has to be some kind of synergy. We offer them access to our R&D labs and facilities, our customer networks, suppliers, industrial facilities for pilot testing, so that we can help grow them as well. And then just before I close, I would like to mention 2 of our most promising internal, let's say, startups, essentially some ventures we have launched at our business units. One is Separation Technologies, Equipment and Technologies, very catchy name, STET. It's essentially a pioneering solution for separation of materials. The primary application is in the beneficiation of fly ash. We take fly ash that has been landfilled, we recycle it and convert it into useful materials for construction. But there are also other applications in mining and industrial minerals. We try to add value to products in powder form, allowing customers to use them for higher end applications. And in an unrelated field, this equipment and technology has applications in food and feed, where we can essentially do protein enrichment through this process. And the other major internal initiative, SEM-AI, this came directly from our efforts in digitalizing our manufacturing plants. We use this predictive and prescriptive maintenance solution based on artificial intelligence and saw incredible results. So we rolled it out first across our plants in the group, but now we're also productizing this and offering it to customers externally. We have our first customers in the cement sector, and we're planning to also grow this business both in maintenance applications, but also other digital applications for cement. So that's it in a nutshell. We're still very eager explorers in the venture capital space, still learning, but with high ambitions, and I'd be very happy to answer any questions and look forward to collaborating with any of you further in the future.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your presentation, Leonidas. Again, yes, if anyone has a question, please ask it. If not, maybe I can start with one, Leonidas. I mean, maybe you can enlighten us a bit more on if there's any, because you work with cement a lot, right? And do you see any like dynamics or switch in dynamics from certain countries that are looking to, you know, invest more in green cement regarding, you know, trying to achieve a smart city or a more sustainable city?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely varies by geography, and I think government incentives also play a role. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of traction in Europe simply because there is a price on carbon, especially in certain more advanced markets like France, for example, where regulation has helped propel things in decarbonization. But we see things across the group. We have, as I mentioned, a large presence on the east coast of the US, especially Miami. There they are dealing with the effects of climate change, and again, that's why we've invested in startups and coastal resilience solutions. So it has to do a lot with what the local priorities and problems are. As a group, we have focused more on the areas where we operate and the startups around our operations. So I'm not sure I'm the best person to give information on what's happening in Israel that much or in other areas, but we certainly see more and more interest in these solutions. I think it's one of the areas where we didn't see a decline in interest despite the downturn in VC over the recent time period. So I think it's a promising area. There are a lot of solutions, and more startup founders coming up with excellent ideas. Now differentiating between them is what we find as the challenge rather than finding them in the first place.
Yeah, all right. Maybe I can also rebound on the last part of your sentence. You've mentioned, I mean, you work with startups. Does your strategy is more like acquiring those startups because they have the solution that you're not, you know, building in-house, or you prefer to try and make the solution in-house and have a different approach, you know, to having a greener cement?
Well, I think we're quite flexible in depending on sort of case by case. We tend to want to develop internally the solutions we think we can develop internally without outside help. So we wouldn't buy something that we can do on our own. At the same time, we realize that different startups have different priorities, and we try to be flexible to the extent possible to accommodate them. I wouldn't say that buying them out is a target. Mostly also because of our size. We're not a huge global player, so especially the most promising startups have valuations that are already quite high for us. The idea is more to work with them. We can ask for priority access in certain things, but at the same time we realize that a lot of the growth of the startups depends on not partnering specifically with one player to the exclusion of everybody else. So we fully understand that and try to come up with win-win solutions.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing this. If no one has another questions, maybe we can move on to David. Thank you again, Leonidas.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Leonidas. It's a pleasure hear you. I have this.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's okay. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. I am the president to Madrid World Capital. This is an association to urban solution in Madrid. Madrid has accumulated a wealth of experience and capacity in an international development project of construction. Is the hub to collaboration, public and private administration. For example, in Madrid State, Spanish engineering is the most important company of engineering. Your headquarters is stay in Madrid. This is a ranking to position to the city. This is the second place to Spain of 7 companies. Our association is a public association to promote the Madrid City Council and the government of Madrid. And the objective is very easy. Is consolidate Madrid and Spain with international position to world benchmark in the urban solution and cities. Is similar to the project of Singapore. Position Madrid and Spain our hub of innovation and sustainability. Later training at universities and business school in Madrid and Spain, and offer the society a new city models. In Madrid, this year, we development at the big project of renovation urban solution, Madrid Nuevo Norte. Is the best project in Europe. Is a development the north of the city, 5 kilometers development the city in the north, and is the best project of position the final of the city. Madrid and Spain are one of the world leaders in urban solution. Is the high indicators of quality of life, investment attraction, and European benchmark. Our composition is academic institution, university and business school, construction company, of course, engineering firms, public administration to promote the project, architect, other companies to ecosystem to construction, and business and professional association of the sector. Why Spain? Why Madrid? Why Spain? Is attractive and open economy. Is a benchmark in international business on global market. Is opportunity, of course. Is a logistic infrastructure and networks. Is a hub to investment in Madrid, in the project of urban solution in Madrid, competitive business, and exceptional experience for other projects, international projects. Madrid is similar to position, international position to Spain, our engineering and infrastructure. And this is the most important slide. This is the future to Madrid of the project of urban solution. Madrid Nuevo Norte is the European largest or most important project to urban renovation project. Operación Campamento, the date is very important. Valdebebas is the most important project in the south of the city. Other project to urban solution in the south of the city. It's important to connection to other areas to the city, Manoteras, a new district, and of course the urban renewal to Bernabeu Stadium, for example, or Square Spain. This is a reason to well-connected development and sustainability project and robust business sector of engineering and infrastructure is a big smart city. It's a reference to big smart city. And our project is a non-profit project, is international project, and associated with other members to international sector of infrastructure and engineering. Our objective is very easy, is position Madrid and Spain an international benchmark and recruitment and training. The second objective is Madrid as a focus for attraction companies, talent, and conference. Is a leadership to the sector. Business consolidation and traditional market and our position in emerging markets. It's very important to export the innovation, the sustainability project, and the residence urban solution, and promote the sector, the engineering sector and infrastructure sector in other parts of the world. The ecosystem to companies, around 200 companies support this association, is a very positive collaboration with these companies. It's international companies, public and private companies. And this is the main important part, is connected with university companies and university collaboration for investigated of innovation, of sustainability, and of the future of the cities. Our vision is developed to the project of benefit to Spain and position Madrid as an international capital for urban solution. Welcome all the international company to support this vision. Our mission is contribute to development of the city Madrid in Spain, making it possible to improve the city of Madrid or reputation, international influence, and ability to attract of talent and investment. Our values is excellence, sustainability, innovation, mobility, safety and security, and creativity. This is our strategic plan, is in our web. And this is our content. For us, it's very, very important to connect it with other international companies. It's very clear to position to Madrid, to position to Spain, to position to the sector of engineering and urban solution, and it's very, very important transform the city with innovation and sustainability. Madrid Nuevo Norte is a sample to this objective. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, David. And it's amazing. I mean, it's great to see that Madrid is doing all those kind of innovation, trying to push innovation and being more of a smart and sustainable city. I had just a quick question. Maybe I can start. Let's say I'm a startup. I have a solution that could be interesting for Madrid in general. Maybe you mentioned it, but what's the typical process for me? It's just to contact you and you just like analyze the solution. How long is for me to initiate potentially a pilot project with the city of Madrid?
Yeah, thank you so much, Angelo, for the question. It's very important, this question. The process is very easy. You contact with me and we need approval to Madrid City Council and Madrid government. The time to approval to adhesion to connection is 1 month. Only 1 month. It's very easy. It's very fast. I understand the time to public administration is very long in Spain, but in this case is very, very, very short. It's 1 month, and you connect it with the project to Madrid and the big project to Spain. For example, Madrid Nuevo Norte or other development urban solution in the south of the city, or Malaga or Alicante. it's important. Our Madrid World Capital is the main association to urban solution in Spain.
Mhm.
Okay, is a window, is an opportunity to connection with Spain and with the sector.
All right, amazing. Thank you. And I'm sure this information is quite helpful for the startups we have today that are willing to maybe expand and work with cities like Madrid. Amazing. If anyone has another question, if not, we can perhaps move on to the startups presentation, because I've just seen the time. It's over 10, but it's fine. We have time. Thank you again, David, and
Thanks a lot.
well received. Thank you. All right. So maybe we can move on. Yeah, again, as I said, for the first presentation of our startup, Omri, if you're with us, yes, you
Hi,
can maybe, yeah, we can maybe share your screen, if you don't mind.
As you prefer.
As you prefer. We have them. I have the presentation, but
No, I will present it. That will be better.
perfect. Thank you.
Very good. Can you see my screen?
You can see it. Amazing. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, so first of all, hi everyone. I'm glad to be here. My name is Omri Reftov. I'm Innovation Program Manager at Cognata. So maybe I'll start. So a little bit about Cognata. So Cognata is providing a cutting-edge photorealistic simulation platform that is being used for two main industries, smart cities and automotive. In the field of smart cities, we are providing municipalities and urban planners with our simulation platforms that allows them to test different planning alternatives within the city and see how different alternatives would affect the road accidents and the traffic flow. In the world of automotive, we are providing end-to-end training and validation of autonomous systems, such as autonomous vehicles and advanced driving assisting systems, which is also known as ADAS. As you can see here, we are working with leading smart mobility institutions like the EIT Urban Mobility, CARNET, and the Tel Aviv municipality. In the field of automotive, we are working mainly with OEMs and tier ones, providing different sensors and autonomous capabilities like Qualcomm, ZF, Hyundai Mobis, and Kyocera. You can see here some more information about the company. I will focus in this presentation mainly on our smart city solution and try to give you a taste. So let's start with the problem. So as we all know, road safety is a well-known issue in urban environments. Therefore, many municipalities are targeting the Vision Zero approach, aiming to reach zero casualties in road accidents and zero injuries. So the problem is that the city and different urban areas are very complex, and they include both static elements like roads, signage, vegetation, and many others, and also dynamic elements like vehicles, pedestrians, micromobility, and more. This makes it very complicated to test different planning alternatives within the city and see how they would affect prior to deploying them in the real world. And this is where Cognata comes into the picture by providing a safety digital twin that allows to create a replica of specific area within the city and then be able to test different planning alternatives and different simulations within this area. And then be able to understand if specific changes would affect traffic flow and would affect the road safety in this specific area prior to the real world deployment. So this is how it works. A little bit about how do we make the process. So first of all, Cognata is targeting an accident-prone area within the city according to the recommendation of the municipality. And then we are creating a digital twin of this area. We are mapping it and then creating a photorealistic one that would be able to be a very accurate replica of the area. Later on, according to the specific road safety features of the area, we are creating different simulations in order to test what would happen if different planning alternatives would apply. So for example, if we know that a specific area involves many trucks or motorcycles or a specific micromobility, we're able to create simulations that are relevant for this specific area and then analyze the results. Later on, we are gaining the insights from the simulation results, and using different analytic tools, we are providing the municipalities or urban planners with important and valuable and measurable insights on the road safety and how it would apply if different changes would happen. So a little bit about the advantages of using a digital twin for road safety analysis and for analyzing different planning alternatives. I will go over each of them and give you a taste. So first of all, when we are talking about Cognata, the thing that is very important for us is that the digital twins would be highly accurate. Here you can see, for example, is a digital twin of a small town in Israel. You can see on the right side is the real city, and on the left side is the digital twin. You can see that most of the things are very accurate to the way it looks in the real world. It could be the roads, the sidewalks, the vegetations, the signage. Everything accurately resembles the way that it looks in the real world. And that way we can create insights and provide insights that are very reliable because it looks exactly or highly accurately to the way that it looks in the real world. So this is when I'm talking about the static elements. The static elements are the things that are not moving around the digital twin. And when I'm talking about the dynamic elements, this leads me to the next important advantage, which is the integration with different road users. So here you can see, for example, is a digital twin that we have created for the Eiffel Tower area in Paris. So here you can see different road users. You can see pedestrians, micromobility, cyclists, scooters, vehicles. We can do even public transportation, motorcycles, and many more. So when we are talking about the accuracy, so it's not just the static elements which should look very accurate, but also the dynamic one that would be able to create a replica of the way that different road users are behaving around the city. And this leads me to the other important advantage, which is our AI-based driving behavior. So what is very important for us is that the dynamic movement of different vehicles and pedestrians and micromobility would be very identical. So all of our road users are AI-based and moving in a very accurate manner to the way that they move in reality. Here, for example, you can see a road in California that we have modeled, and we tested what would happen if they would add bus lanes in this specific area. And because we have a very accurate driving behavior, we saw that when adding the bus lane, this will cause a 15% increase in the traffic flow within this specific road. So this is some of the insights that we can gain, but there are many others that we can do using our AI-based driving behavior. And the last and very important one is our large-scale simulation capabilities that are coupled with our analytic tools. So using Cognata, we can run hundreds and almost endless number of scenarios in a specific area in order to test what would happen in different times of the day, different weather conditions, different traffic conditions, different road conditions, and so on. And therefore, we can also analyze the results and then gain those important insights, for example, about intersection planning, speed limitation, stopping lane position, and many others, and then providing municipalities and urban planners with these important and measurable insights on road safety and traffic flow. So here are some of the projects that Cognata already participated in our smart city solution. So we began this in 2022 in the field of smart city, providing a digital twin of a small town in Israel called Hod HaSharon. Later, we participated in the Raptor program of the EIT Urban Mobility, providing a very small area of the city of Tel Aviv and doing some analysis on it. On 2023 and also 2022, we won the CES awards for our smart city solution. And only 2 weeks ago, we finished a large-scale project with the Tel Aviv municipality for providing a digital twin of a very large area in southern Tel Aviv and running different safety simulations within this area. So that's it. Thank you very much for your time and listening.
Thank you very much, Omri. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions from Omri? For Omri? If not, maybe I can just also start with one. I mean, when we saw the videos of the simulation of the traffic, you've mentioned weather conditions. So are you able to play, let's say, okay, it's raining now, so the simulation is, running differently now because it's raining, so it might be slippery. Is this kind of things that you also reached in your technology?
Exactly. So we are able to create different weather conditions. It could be fog, it could be rain, it could be snow, it could be high rain or clear weather. And according to this, you will see that the behavior is a bit different of the vehicles according to those weather conditions.
Okay. And for you to be able to have a digital twin, all you need is like a camera and walk around, the compound or the city just to be able to mark all the points in the space. Or how do you do it? Yeah.
So I would say that the best way is if a specific municipality have an HD map of the area that they want to create a digital twin, that would be the best option, because then we can create, first of all, a very accurate digital twin, because we have it using point cloud. We can also create using videos or Google Street View and Google Maps, but that would be less accurate. So it really depends on the accuracy in this specific need, but yes.
All right, interesting. Does anyone have any questions? You can also type it in the chat, or I don't see any question in the chat, so. Yep. All right. I think we don't have any other questions. Again, thank you, Omri.
Thank you very much, of course.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right, so let's move on to the next startup. We'll have, oh yeah, we have your presentation. We'll have Eric from Solar Gaps, the CEO of Solar Gaps, who's going to present their solution and their company. Eric, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I will try also to choose my presentation.
If not, we have your presentation ready as well. It's as you wish.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, is it visible? Now you see my screen?
Not yet. It's still white, a white screen.
Okay. So okay, let's go from your side. Yeah.
All right, we'll share your presentation. One second, it's coming on. All right, perfect. And just let us know when you would like to switch slide.
Okay. Okay. So, what is Solar Gaps? Solar Gaps is energy blinds which can be installed outside of the building and generate energy just from your window. On the picture, you may see our product installed in office center in Switzerland. It's part of new construction, urban construction area near the Zurich, where they're supposed to build more sustainable multi-residential complexes. In this connection with René Architects, we made this project last year. Our mission is to make cities close to net zero and not to build new buildings, but to renovate all buildings to be self-sustainable. And in majority countries, we can say, okay, we can provide free air conditioning, because when we generate energy from the windows, this energy can be used right away for air conditioning supply. And as a result, we have a few examples when we cut up to 50% of energy cost during the summer just with our solution. Okay, please next. Yeah, here first of all, it's also some part of the green reputation for the building. So we have a few requests, for instance, from Google in Hamburg, when they're supposed to have more greener environment, and also to receive the reputable LEED and BREEAM standard for their buildings. So Solar Gaps is a great addition to the existing building to move it to the next level of efficiency. And core features is definitely generation energy from the windows. It's up to 100 watt per square meter, but keep in mind that we are blocking heat, so we leave all the heat outside. And as a result, we have more than 400 in savings of watt per square meter. We also provide auto tracking mode, so our blinds can follow the sun and generate energy even when the sun goes on low horizon. We have project in Canada, we have project definitely in US, and in Spain where we currently located. We are using SunPower solar elements, so basically it's most resistible solar cells on the market, which firstly was available only for space application, but now all the key players like Apple, Google are using them. Even Stanford University has these solar panels installed on their headquarters. So this ATFE coating, solar panels is has self-cleaning surface, so basically all the dust and rains cleans. And also very high durability. We have testing our solution in Barcelona, in World Trade Center in Barcelona. During the COVID, we made this pilot. And as a result, as I said, our blinds can withstand with Hurricane Gloria with wind speed up to 100 kilometers per hour. In this competition, definitely some solar panels, which is great to install if you have roof to install solar panels. But majority of our clients have abundant vertical surface of the building, mostly like the window. So our appliance is uniquely positioned to address these challenges. With solar gaps, you can generate energy, but doesn't solve problem with overheating of the buildings. And also some colors of windows, it's a problem. That's why our blinds uniquely positioned to address challenges of modern cities. We made energy research with Vienna Institute or IC Consulenten, which test our solution in different applications and also provide us with results on the next page, which comparison to regular blinds and solar gas blinds. So in comparison to regular blinds, which mostly are available all across Europe, our blinds can deliver 3 times better performance during the season. This is our journey. So we started in 2016 from NASA Ames Center. I personally finished Singularity University program and applied for the first patents. Now we have patents in US, in UK, Spain, Germany, and Switzerland as well. So we received reputable marks from Silicon Valley, top Silicon Valley startups. We passed through the Hux Accelerator program in Silicon Valley. Then we received a grant from EU. 1 million euro, part of Horizon 2020 program. And that's why we started building factory. We start to deploy our solution across Europe. Now we also have German Design Award for our design of our product and Smart Energy Award we received in Munich on Solar Expo. So basically our product already tested in different conditions, and we have pipeline of our B2B clients. This year we start our pilot project with City of Zurich. We were selected by City of Zurich to test our solution on the first building in a special house in Bobach. And also we made a pilot with EDP Renewables in Portugal. And this year we also received an award in architecture exhibition in Lisbon. Please. Here's an example in Germany. For instance, our product has a payback period only 6 years. I think it's a good deal for any business. And if the price of electricity is going to increase, the payback of our solution will decrease definitely. We see that our blinds can pay for themselves 3 times during the lifespan of our product up to 25 years. Here's a few examples. As I said, it's an energy company in Portugal, EDP Renewables. It's Port of Barcelona in Spain, Palma de Mallorca, and a lot of small offices in Europe. And as TechCrunch said, your windows become powerful with solar gaps, and our goal to make all buildings self-sustainable with our solution. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very interesting. Very, very interesting presentation. Thank you again. Does anyone have any questions, please? All right. Maybe it was very clear, so no one had questions. Maybe I have just a quick question. Because every building is different, right? How can you adapt, your product to every dimension? Because I believe they're not quite similar, or maybe they're similar, and maybe you can enlighten me on this. But how do you adapt? Can you adapt, and how flexible is it to, have your product, on any building in the city?
I think the concept is similar to the windows. All of them is different sizes, and we have glass producers which produce glass, and we have local companies who can benefit for installation and changing shapes of the windows, just producing windows locally. The similar with SolarGap, so we have fully digitalized manufacturing concept, which can be rolled in each region easily, which this investment up to 1 million, we can start producing locally, and we have automation line which can produce different sizes easily. So you just push button, and 1.2, 1.23 dimension windows can be produced in large quantity. So that's why it's not a question about the different sizes, it's a question about business concept. Our solution is built to suit. So if you have building, we can build we can provide our solution easily for 100 or 1,000 windows produced on the same way.
Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just one remark. This last year we present our solution in Singapore, on Gastech Expo with our European partners. So we have a few our potential companies in Singapore who are supposed to work with us. So we're ready to deploy also solution in Asia. So feel free to contact me if you have some ideas about scaling in Asia as well.
Definitely, and I'm sure all the participants have heard that, and it's noted as well from our part. And anyways, we'll be sharing, your presentation and the presentation of the startup with all the participants that are here today, so they can have a look at it and contact you back.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Eric. All right, let's maybe now move to the next presentation. I believe Joe is not with us today, so we'll have Baruch present RoadSense for us, who's the co-founder and CEO. Baruch, if you can hear me, the floor is yours.
Yeah, hi, hello everybody. Let me share my screen. Can you see?
Yes, we can see it now.
Perfect. Let me enlarge it. Yeah. So hello everybody. My name is Baruch. I'm the CEO of RoadSense. We've established RoadSense in 2019 with one big question in our minds: is why don't we have smart outdoor or smart infrastructure to help us understand the public spaces? When we came to municipalities with our initial idea, we found that there's a huge gap between what municipalities need in order to become smart or to operate their cities better to what they've got today with all the cameras and all the analytics that they're having today. We found that there are three major problems that's stopping cities from being smart. And it goes all around the world. The first one is that there is not enough accurate information from the public space. When you open the camera watches or sees things, but it's really hard for it to distinguish between a group of people, how many people, and a bunch of cars, what type of cars, and on and on. The other thing is privacy. If we use too many, or we are using too much cameras in our public spaces, we basically harm privacies. If we are using our smartphone to detect our movement, then we are harming our privacy. And it's really hard to comply to GDPR And the third thing, everybody wants to know the information in real time. I want to know about accidents now. I want to understand the occupancy of some perimeter right now, and on. Basically, we took those three challenges and we've tackled each and every one of them. If we look in general on a public space, then we use it as a one box or one chunk, okay, of information. If we put a camera down the road, we will understand the public space. But in real life, the public space looks like this. It's very complicated. It got tons of layers of data that we need to understand in order to basically analyze accurately the public space. We know, for example, that crosswalk 1 will never act as crosswalk 2. Different people, the crossing, velocity, number of cars, and many variables that are happening each and every second in our public space. Just by understanding all those small components of each part of the public space will give us a full picture of what is happening, the causes for accidents or incidents, and the small secrets, the patterns that are keep happening and we are not able to notice them. And by identifying those patterns, we can predict the future. Okay, our solution is based on IoT and AI. Our IoT is a sensor. It's not a camera, but it's a radar-based, and you will see it in a minute. And the other part of our solution is the fully analytics, which means that when we come to a city, for example, Madrid, we are not saying, hey, we are a startup, so we got a new technology. We're asking, hey, city, what are your problems? Let's talk about your real and deep and very concerned problems that you need to solve in order to enhance the city. This is our sensor. We've developed a sensor with one big, I would say, a statement in our mind. It has to be simple, and it's quite simple. It's very difficult for us, but it's simple for our customers. You just need to deploy it on a pole in the city, and that's it. And all it needs is power. We are not asking for to be on-prem or to connect with the city's servers. Just power. We are uploading everything to our cloud, and then we analyze and provide answers to the city. It got zero maintenance. We work under any weather, day and night. As you can see, it's got no lens. So we see the world as objects. Okay. When it comes to the public space, this is how we see you. We see everybody and everything as objects, and we measure each and every object, its pattern, its location, its volume, its velocity, and then we can say for sure that this is the vehicle, this is the person. And if we compare it to ground truth, we are accurate by 98%. If we look at our advantages, then we provide real-time information from the public space without any privacy concerns. We provide it as a source to target solution, which means that you need to ask the municipality or the corporate needs to ask the right questions. We will provide the answers. It's really easy to deploy the sensors in the city. It's highly scalable, and it's integration free. We don't care or we don't know what your legacy systems work on or how old they are. We can seamlessly integrate into them and provide a full solution or provide all the information regardless of the legacy systems. When it comes to use cases, we are use case agnostic. Put us on a pedestrian crossing, we will count the people. Put us in a park, we will start and analyze how many families are coming or the occupancy of the park. And we know to do several jobs in cities and we see homeland security or community watch as a part of a smart city idea, which means that if we count people or students coming to school in the morning, we can secure the facility in the evening. We can say, hey, something is strange is happening, I don't know, by midnight near a school, and then we can analyze what the things said. We also know to not just to solve problems, but to help in the city planning, because we can measure every aspect in the city, and it goes to sports facilities and on and on. Our deliveries, basically, we with our initial thought, we said, okay, let's give our customer a dashboard, and here we'll see all the alerts, all the information that he needs to understand. But then we found that looking on dashboard all day long, it's quite, excuse me, but boring. So we've developed another tool, because we said if it's hard for the customer to understand all those metrics, we want the metrics or the data or the information to chase after it. That's why we are providing a scheduled report to our customer. Every Sunday at 10 a.m., we are sending all our customers this report. Of course, it's customized to his need, and it's got all this information of what happened in the city in the last week. It's very valuable for our customer. If we look at traction, we are entering London these days, and in the upcoming month to New York City to start our activity there. We've won a project with Sacyr, which goes to Spain and in Latin America, and we've got several other projects here in Israel with the municipality of Tel Aviv and other municipalities. If we look at our competition, you will find many radar manufacturers, and you will find many data aggregators that take from all various data sources and provide predictions or analytics to the city, but you will not find a solution that build the hardware and the software together like we do, and provide from specific points about specific use cases the accurate information. We are working in an ever-growing as a market, especially with the focus on smart cities worldwide. We're focusing on the leading cities that want to invest in smart cities technologies, and this is our focuses. And the last thing is our business model. It's quite easy to understand, as you can understand. RoadSense is simplicity. Okay, there's the initial sale for the sensors, and then subscription fee for the data. And our team is myself, but you know me already, and I've got Abby with me. And this is from our side. If you got any questions, I'll be happy to take. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Baruch.
You're on mute, Angelo?
No, I'm not. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Normally you can hear us because we are in the same room. So the micro is from my computer. Does anyone hear us?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Baruch?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, I mean, we were just checking if you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Perfect. All right, perfect. Thank you for your presentation. Again, if anyone has any questions, please feel free. All right. Maybe one. Have you thought, Baruch, of putting on your sensor, instead of connecting to the electricity, maybe having a solar panel to have it completely autonomous? Is this something that you have in mind, maybe for your product, or is it something that you don't really mind?
Yes, we basically connecting to any power source.
Okay.
It can be solar, it can be wind turbine. We consume as low as a smartphone, so it's very easy to
Alright.
to deploy.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thanks again. Well, this part was about, having, discussion. If you have anything to share more on topics related to smart cities or something regarding your startup, willing, to, if there's any project that you have, been doing that you might be also be sharing on top of the pitch that you have shared already with us.
And the same goes for our partners that are attending the session. If you want to intervene, if you have something to present, if you have questions, now is the time, not hesitate. And if not, the recording will be available. We will send you the contacts of all the participants and the speakers. Thank you so much.
All right. So thank you for today's session. It was really, really insightful, to be honest, especially hearing from Titan Cement. Thank you, Leonidas. David, thank you for also presenting the initiatives of Madrid regarding smart cities. And thank you, Omri, for Konyata. Thank you, Eric, for the Solar Gaps presentation. And thank you, Baruch, for RoadSense. We'll be hearing also from you for the afternoon session where we have the city of Paris. But for today, thank you again for everyone's time. Maybe just an overview of the potential. I mean, the next sessions, innovation sessions that we have for for 2024. So we've just done the smart cities. We'll have the sustainability innovation session in April, the energy clean and tech innovation session in July, and finally the digital construction innovation session in October. So all those information are found on our website, on Global Contact Program on our website, and you're also all invited to join us for the next innovation sessions. And thank you all. That's it for us today. Feel free to reach out and reach out to the startups as well. We'll be sharing everything as Zineb said, and the recording as well.
Thanks a lot. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you so much.